Ladies and gentlemen, Toronto is in police state lockdown. You are free to do as you are told. You are free to have your bag searched arbitrarily. You are free to hand in your identification. Please look up to your nearest CCTV camera so your face may be reported. You're all guilty until proven innocent. Anyone disobeying or not showing their ID quickly enough will be detained by the police for a total of 20 hours, much like I was. On Thursday, I was taken to the Toronto Film Studios. They kept handcuffs on me for 5 hours behind my back. They had 4 detectives to interview me every 2 hours, calling me a violent anarchist, which is quite ironic because my group from England is called the Love Police, and we are here to raise love and lower fear. I'd just like to send a message to all the police here. You are divine and beautiful human beings. You have the glory of the universe in your hearts. You are men and women underneath your uniforms. Even though you all look the same, every single one of you is an individual. You're all genetic prototypes connected to the infinite absolute of the universe. You do not need to follow orders. You do not need to create a fascist police state world for your children and my children to live in. All you need to do is remember that you do not need to trade in personal morality for financial gain or for a power trip. No one has any more power over everyone else. We are all equal. We are here from the office of the architect of the Matrix to inform you, you are not scared enough. You must be more scared. At this G-20 summit, the police outnumber the protesters 2 to 1. We are sending you a message. You tried to bring a gang out. The Toronto police and the Associated Canadian Police can bring out many more people than you. Freedom is a thing of the past. You are all now slaves in the new world order, as mentioned by George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., Gordon Brown, Kissinger, and Zbigniew Brzezinski of the Council of Foreign Relations. Welcome to the new world of austerity. Welcome to the new world where we, the international bankers, spent all your money, took all our bonuses, turned it into gold, and now you, the great unwashed public, have to suffer the consequences and have more taxation. The way we can solve all the world's problems is to have more taxation. Keep you poor and stupid and separate and misinformed with the mainstream media. What is this here? CBC News. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, the propaganda piece for the Canadian government, much like the BBC in Great Britain is the propaganda piece of the mainstream British government. Ladies and gentlemen, your politicians are not in control. They are the little puppet slaves of the international financiers that have been running this world for the last 100 years. Look up Cecil Rhodes, look up the Rhodes Foundation, look up the Royal Institute of International Affairs, now called Chatham House. Look up the Council of Foreign Relations. You do not need to be a long-haired, crazy conspiracy theorist. It's all in the public domain. It's public knowledge that this world is run by approximately 20 people, but not the 20 delegates of the G20. Are you trying to do a report? Who wants to see me hug the CBC reporter? Yes.
He's reporting that none of these people were here an hour ago and that we're only here because of this violent thing between this guy. We've all been here for more than an hour and we've been here for a protest.
Wait a minute, are you telling me the corporate-controlled mainstream media is telling lies? Surely
yes,
not.
I am.
Surely not, sir.
Yes.
They always tell the truth. Keeping the public misinformed with propaganda and brainwashing. I'm only joking. You guys are really informing people as to the true state of the world, aren't you? And sent out there to control other people who are only demonstrating and voicing their discontentment with the fact that we live in a world of lies, of murder, of inequality, of 25,000 African children dying per day, of illegal wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, of Israeli threats to bomb Iran. These are the true leaders of the world, the liars and murderers, and it's very sad. So what we need to do is get the police on our side, because they are just family men and women just like you and I, and as soon as the police stop obeying their orders from the criminal thugs at the top, there will be no one left to defend this very small cabal of dangerous criminals who are the international financiers of bankers, and then we can approach something on Earth called peace and explore inner and outer space together forever in love. Thank you. As far as I can see, 100% of the people here are peaceful and loving.
Arrested and charged with demonstrating peacefully in support of high media. For the 16-year-old boy beaten and arrested.
The system is crumbling. People are waking up philosophically, politically, and spiritually to the fact that we've been lied to every single day of our lives. This is a message which includes my message to the police. The people who control you are the same people who control us, and they do not care about us. And when the time is right for them, they will treat you with the same disrespect. They are using you guys. Surely you spent enough money on CCTV cameras to get everyone's faces about 1,000 times this weekend.
Hello? Hey. I actually thought it was going to be maybe a 1-hour ordeal. They'd go, well, this is not in the public interest to follow this through. All he did as a British national was not show his ID quickly enough. And but it didn't figure out like that. I spent 5 hours sat on a bench in the Union Street Station security office under CCTV surveillance. Then they sent another immigration guy down who kept saying, right, we know who you are, you're a violent anarchist, tell us who you really are, tell us your real purpose in this country. And you have criminal convictions in England, don't you? I was like, no. They said, and he was like, oh yeah, we've spoken to Interpol, the international police agency. And I was only released at midday the following day. So for not showing my identification quickly enough, 21 hours in jail in a kind of makeshift Guantanamo Bay kind of warehouse. We're meant to be in a bad economy, so where do they get the money for all this new equipment to control us is what I want to know.
This is a message from Her Majesty's Commonwealth Institute for Public Information. We are blocking off entire city blocks to keep you safe. We are dressing our community policemen like stormtroopers for your safety. You must comply in order to remain safe. Are you guys agents provocateurs? As long as you comply, show your identification, allow your property to be searched arbitrarily without a warrant, you will be safe. Obedience equals freedom. Slavery equals independence. Remember, you are not a unique and beautiful snowflake. You are a flesh and blood consumer.
I can't believe you're here right now. It's total synchronicity right now. It's all happening.
It's all happening.
We're all playing out the way we were meant to do it.
Absolutely. Oh, they're all going that way.
It's all part of the theater, right?
It is all part of the
I need to get
exactly.
I need to get a picture. My roommate will never believe that I know you.
Just a series of things happening at one time. I just woke up one day and said, I got to stop being an asshole. So I started doing something good with my life.
I think that's how it happens for all of us, really.
Yeah.
So I just have one question. Did you quit or did you get fired? Be honest.
I got made redundant, which is that because of the economy, they had no more need for me. So yeah, we can call it being fired. So it keeps me humble because would I have had the balls to quit my job? Maybe not. So it wasn't like, yeah, I'm like so
Like
clever.
David Icke, if he hadn't got fired from the BBC, he would have just stayed.
Yeah.
We all needed David Icke.
There are many Al-Qaeda terrorists here dressing in Toronto police uniforms. Please be very careful. These people may assault you. They may put metal brackets on your arms. They may even ask for your identification. Be very careful. Trust no one. Stop obeying the system, stop paying your taxes, stop having these ridiculous jobs which just happen to kill hundreds of thousands of children around the world. We are all here because we know the people of the G20 are the true criminals. We are the peaceful people. You're right, not them, not those criminals in the mainstream media. You're right. Don't ever think you're wrong. You're right. That's it.
Actually blocking anyone from doing anything.
This is a question to the Toronto Police and the Associated Canadian Police helping them today. Why are you blocking peaceful protesters off every 100 meters? Why are you not letting people walk freely in Toronto? If perhaps a member of the police public relations department would like to be interviewed by one of us, you can maybe explain to us why you're blocking us off like this. We know you're doing a very difficult job, so we appreciate it. Thank you for keeping us safe from all the G20 delegates. Thank you.
See what's going on here. The crowds have moved. It looks like we've got another one of their classic moves here. This is a tactic we've seen yesterday as well as on Friday. They surround areas and force so nobody has anywhere to go. And then I guess eventually they decide a small crevice that people can go through and people are allowed to walk. But right now we're surrounded.
Remember your oath, sir. You're a peace officer. Remember your oath. A servant protects. That's right. We are not the enemy here. Yeah. It's gonna get bad. It's fibrosis.
Now, it might be interesting for people who don't know much about Toronto to know that the elite of Toronto belong to a club called the Empire Club. And so it's only fitting that they would have a security design like a, oh no, this is the threat right now. Everyone's going to get arrested if they don't leave, yet there is no exit. There actually is no exit. There actually is no exit. They want us to move, but there is no exit. For instance, if there was 100 or 200 protesters and 300 to 500 cops, they could actually probably actually arrest everyone if they want to. I don't know why. Just for standing on the street, are the G20 leaders?
Hi, this is Charlie Veach of the Love Police, and this is TorontoTruthSeekers.com.